It's that time of the week where we take a look at what's been trending on social media. Joining me right now is SABC multimedia news producer Neo Motloung.
How's it, Kendall?
Very good, and I'm very happy to be talking to you again. I thought it would take a longer time, but I'm happy that we're here together. There's quite a lot happening in the world of social media. I mean, first up, the hair policy of Pretoria Girls High. This was a topic that generated a lot of traffic on social media. Can you give us an idea of what's going on?
It was a big story. I mean, it trended in so many countries. We actually had a trends map looking at different places where it trended, and it includes America, it includes the UK, and it pulled so much traffic because in the last 7 days it generated about 4 million impressions on Twitter alone, and that is just from 1,500 tweets that were just analyzed by this matrix. But also people were talking, we spoke to an analyst who said the policy itself has sexism and racism connotations. So it was a big topic. I mean, the American people jumped onto the topic, people in the UK. And most people are confused why South African women still struggling to represent themselves with their natural hair. And one thing that mostly came out is that it has a connotation of sexism, and most analysts we spoke to were like, why are women still fighting to assert their value in society? So it opened a whole other topic. We had other schools also coming into this topic.
It's very interesting that you bring up that the rest of the world is surprised that we in South Africa are still struggling with such basic racism issues.
I mean, it's a policy, it's a code of conduct. I mean, the schools have been around for a number of years. That's why the MEC of Education in Gauteng came out to say they will pull out all the code of conduct and really look into them, because they've never been looked into in such a long time.
If anybody doubted that the world is watching now, they know the world is watching what we're doing right here. Talking about something else that is quite interesting, we saw Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday release the new free-flavored Max condoms, which government has introduced. That must have generated quite a lot of interest as well.
It generated a lot of interest. As you can see, 1.5 impressions on social media, 1.5 million impressions on social media, but mostly of them were also sarcastic, but we had a number of them, people questioning why sanitary pads have not been introduced in the school system. Why are we spending so much on condoms and not catering for women? And people are saying, it's just after Women's Day, why are we still focusing so much on men? And also, it echoed the whole sentiment of sexism, men and patriarchy is still taking a major part in our society.
Those discussions definitely need to be had, because yes, we all know that girls and young women that are in school, they need to be taken care of as well. The sanitary pad issue is something that's just the start.
Yeah, it's just the start, and people on social media are really engaging in these topics and really having a new discourse. They call them woke Twitter, so it's really moving into the right direction.
No, very good. We also had the Ring of Fire, that solar eclipse. It was spectacular. Was it picked up anywhere else in the continent?
It was picked out outside South Africa also. If you look at it, it was picked in America and also in the northern countries like Europe. So people are really engaging in this, even though in South Africa we only saw a glimpse of it, not really much, but we also looked into a story file where people were sharing pictures of the eclipse. But this is just a map, just illustrating the countries where it really was picked up on. As you can see, America is up there, and Central Africa also is up there, and you can look at the Asian countries there in the south. But it was a major topic.
Does this map speak anything to how much astronomy is, how popular it is in specific areas of the world, or is it just where it was seen?
I mean, if you look at Central Africa, it was picked up the most. That's where they really got the
full effect.
Yeah, the full effect. So it does say that people are really engaging with these topics, especially the eclipse. I mean, it's a big thing in South Africa.
Now, the big one that's current right now, of course, are the crime stats being released right now. What's being said on social media about that?
We ran a poll because it's still running right now. Yes. So we ran a poll on Twitter, and we asked people if they've experienced crime. And out of the numbers of people who've really engaged with us on social media, 55%, the last time I checked, it's still live. Okay, now it's 59% of the people said they've experienced crime. Then you have 22% saying too many times and 19% saying never.
Really? 19% in this country have never experienced crime?
And the most amazing thing that we are working on at Digital News is that we're going to do a comparison via the metros, because there were stats that came out earlier on stating that Cape Town, it's not safe, and people would think Joburg is the most unsafe Metro, but Cape Town came up tops.
Oh, very interesting. No, thank you so much. Now, I think all of this is definitely good stuff. It's woke.
Yeah,
it's good stuff to have just before the weekend, and we appreciate your insights as well as analysis.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
There you have it. Neo Motloung giving us a lowdown on what's happening on social media with the big topics of the day.